like to do a song. I had an amazing opportunity recently. I went down to work on hurricane relief after Hurricane Sandy with FEMA, and it was a very devastating storm, as you know. And I worked a lot in a section of Queens called Far Rockaway, and those stories I carry with me. And this song tells the story of a few folks. One was an elderly gentleman who was kind of in the middle stage of Alzheimer's, and he was living alone on the 8th floor of a 13-story high-rise. They had no elevators or heat, but he had power. And we went into his home, and he had jazz music playing, and he had a portrait of his wife there, and you could tell he was a widower. He had his candles kind of almost arranged like a shrine. And we gave him some food, and he was happy to have it, and he kind of hadn't thought of that. And we were real worried that, we hope he would remember to eat what was there afterwards. Then the next day I was working in a housing project and met this family. She had been chased out of her home due to domestic violence, and there were 5 of them. And she had young twins under a year old, and little Davy, who was in the middle, and he was kind of slight. And she said he had heart and lung problems, and but he was clearly her little Davy, and he had all these little marks on his face. And I said, "What is that?" And we were conducting the interview in Spanish, and she said beetles, and I didn't know she meant bed bugs, but in their apartment had been infested. And the sad thing was that mattress that they all shared was not going to be a problem with bed bugs anymore, because they lost everything they had when the storm blew the windows in. And another man I met had taken a reverse mortgage and was going to lose his home because he hadn't made the payments on the flood insurance, and he was just waiting for the bank to find that out. When you have a night like we had last night, you carry these people with you in your heart, and you worry about them. And this song doesn't change anything, but I sing it and I think of them, and I hope whatever grace it might bring down, it finds them there in Far Rockaway. This is Far Rockaway, and it's their song. Cool jazz plays in his cold apartment. There's a picture of her hanging on the wall, and candles like a shrine to see her there. There's a little food if he remembers to eat it, but remembering is hard these days, and harder since the day she went away. But he'll wrap himself in blankets, and the days go by the same. The wind can take it all away, except the memory of her name. Here in Far Rockaway, Far Rockaway, the haves and the have-nots live next door, heart of the city and the ocean shore. In Far Rockaway, Far Rockaway, they say we won't be back no more, but we're still here for sure. In Far Rockaway, her older boys are standing in the line for shoes. She's got the twins and her little Davy with her now. He's the apple of her eye. Her hands and feet are better now, but it was taking a while, and he tried so hard to never let him see her cry. And the few things they had were ruined, like that mattress they all shared. She isn't being beaten now, but she's a different kind of scared. Here in Far Rockaway, Far Rockaway, the haves and the have-nots live next door, heart of the city and the ocean shore. In Far Rockaway, Far Rockaway, and they say we won't be back no more, but we're still here for sure. In Far Rockaway. Oh, and everybody says we take care of our own here, and everybody says we'll finish strong. But in just a little while, the best intentions disappear. The days go by so long, and the nights are so damn cold here in far Rockaway. Those bankers told him that crazy reverse mortgage was the only way to keep his home. He's all alone. The cancer and the drinking, they saw to it that his only friend's the telephone. And he couldn't make the payments, so the flood insurance stopped. And these days he spends waiting for that other shoe to drop. Here in far Rockaway, far Rockaway, the haves and the have-nots live next door, heart of the city and the ocean shore. In far Rockaway, far Rockaway, they say we won't be back no more, but we're still here for sure. In far Rockaway, far Rockaway, the haves and the have-nots live next door. It's the heart of the city and the ocean shore. In far Rockaway, far Rockaway, and they say we won't be back no more, we're still here for sure. In far Rockaway, far Rockaway. Far Rockaway. Thank you very much.